Yung pinaka-biggest na na-close ko for local client is around 6 figures per project.
Hi Charles, good afternoon.
Hi Coach, good afternoon. I've been in the freelancing industry for almost 4 years now. So mostly ang work ko is media buying. Right now, I'm working as full-time marketer for brands. No last interview ni Coach is actually nasa province ako kasi hindi ko pa medyo afford yung mga expenses. But right now, I'm living here in Makati for good.
2021, ikaw ay nasa province. Nag-enroll ka dito sa course na to. Ano yung reason behind doon sa pagpasok mo dito sa freelancing?
Siyempre, hindi ko na issue sugarcoat. Yung money talaga yung habol ko. So, that time kasi, it's been rough nung pandemic. Medyo struggling kasi that time I was studying pa. I need to find a way to help also my family to financially support yung studies kasi decidido pa ako, ay magdo-doctor ako, so I need to pursue nursing. We know naman na sobrang mahal ng nursing studies. So, year 2021, first year na ako in nursing Yun yung motivation ko that time. Nakikita ko sa sarili ko na hindi ako actually pang corporate. Right now, happy ako with my freelancing career.
Bakit naisipan mo na mag-aral ka din ng isang online course para magkaroon ka ng mga part-time job?
I really love studying. So, aside from nursing, sinasabay ko na yung pag-i-study of marketing. That's why I enrolled sa course niyo, Coach. That time, motivation ko na talaga. I need to study kasi kailangan ko ng pera. Kailangan mo at least maging magaling in advertising or in freelancing kasi ito na talaga yung way for me to earn money. Yeah, right now, nakikita ko yung fruit ng investment ko from you. Nakita ko na siya as fulfilling kapag yung inaral mo. And then when you apply it to businesses, fulfilling siya kapag nag-work at kapag nakaka-help ka to business owners also.
Balikan natin yung 2021, Charles. Sabi mo, di ba, nag-aaral ka, nursing student, tapos nag-aaral ka nitong online course. Paano mo siya pinagsabay, kung naalala mo pa? And then, gano'ng katagal mo natapos yung course natin?
Just a background lang also, nung nag-nursing ako, sinisingit ko siya after my school. So when I study ako ng course nyo, I'm currently looking na for job na for advertising din. And then yung setup ko would be, kailangan every after online class, matapos ko yung one chapter of your course. Kasi that time, kailangan ko na talaga ng client. Yung grid ko, parang kailangan matapos ko na to. Not within a month, but within the week. Kailangan tapos ko na siya lahat. So I have this notebook. I created resume and then when I submitted it, kapag nag-i-invite ako for interview, yung notes ko lang talaga yung nire-review ko. And then, kailangan sa ulo ko to yung mga technicalities and the skills na required for the job. Most of the time, helpful talaga kasi medyo simplified yung course So, yung mga notes ko is naka-help also. Ganun yung setup ko. Kailangan matapos siya lahat and then at the same time, the motivation was to get client as soon as possible na habang inaaral siya, kailangan naghahanap na siya ng client. I know na nung starting ako, hindi ako confident with my skills. So, even na internship siya, as long na ma-onboard ako sa business or within the team, i-accept ko siya even without the pay or even small compensation lang. Just to at least apply yung naaral ko. So, yun yung ginawa ko that time.
Nakatulong ba sa'yo yung Facebook support group natin?
Yeah, meron siya kasi doon ko kinukuha yung frequently asked questions sa interviews. In terms of technicals and kung ano yung mga setup, yung groups yun nag-help sa akin to at least have the knowledge na, okay, ito na yung mga itatanong ni client. So, ito yung mga i-expect ko. Kinakopy ko lahat ng questions. Tapos, inilalagay ko sa document. Tapos, i-answer ko manually. And then, kapag may interview ko, yun yung mga nire-review ko. So, yeah, kinocompile ko lahat ng questions sa Facebook groups.
Paano mo nakukuha or nahanap yung mga clients na yun?
Similar lang also with what others do na parang groups, Upwork, Online Jobs, PH. Doon ako nag-start ng first handle na clients ko. And then after that, I don't do applications anymore. Parang lahat sila referral. Luckily, yung first team members for marketing, every time na nagkakaroon sila ng new project, they refer me as advertiser. So lahat, even now, we've been working for 4 years already. From the start talaga, referral yung nangyayari. So, nirefer nila ako to different businesses na wino-work nila, or kapag may maghahanap, nagme-message sila sa akin na, "Uy Charles, nirefer kita here, parang maybe you can talk to them for online consultation." So, dun ako nakakahanap ng clients even now. Lahat is referral.
Kailan dumating sa
Mhm.
point na hindi ka na nag-a-apply? Hindi ka na naghahanap ng client? Puro referral na lang?
Nung time na nagkikreate na ako ng portfolio ko, and then napansin ko na, ang dami ko na palang business owners na na-work with. Check ko rin yung success rate ng mga businesses na winner cut ko. Nung nalaman ko na, maybe nagbibigay talaga ako ng value kasi hindi naman sila mag-i-stay sa akin if not na-appreciate ko yung mga message na ang ganda ng work ethic mo as an advertiser, i-refer kita sa ganito. Doon ko na-realize na even hindi ako mag-show up, may mga clients na dumadating.
Pwede mo bang i-share, Charles, na bukod doon sa marketing skill mo, ano pa yung sa tingin mo na secret ingredient mo para ma-refer ka ng client sa kanilang mga friends and colleagues nila?
Siguro yung secret ingredient ko, you have to treat your clients' businesses as yours. Hindi pwedeng, I'm hired to do the advertising, I'll just do the advertising. Bigyan mo ako ng creatives, ilo-launch ko na yan. Yun yung mostly nakikita kong feeling ko, most mistakes ng other advertisers, nagiging partners kami. I'll help you to at least scale your business through advertising, but also you need to help me to asikasin yung mga backends na need ko para at least maging successful yung execution. So aside from just setting up lahat from the operation, how they do their business, first 2 weeks inaaral ko. So at least mas knowledgeable ako paano nagpa-function yung business and if scalable ba siya or not. Second is, kailangan transparent ka talaga sa kanila. Maging honest ka if yung ads is hindi mag-work. And if hindi siya mag-work, maging honest ka kung ano yung factors. Maybe need ng creatives, or maybe kailangan natin i-restock talaga yung mga best sellers na items na sold out. Maybe if wala talagang items, mag-focus tayo to awareness para at least if na-restock na, meron nang magbabay agad. So you need to be transparent. And lastly, maging proactive ka. You don't need to wait for clients to tell you or to delegate things. Yun yung nagiging kiko. Kaya maybe that's why yung most of my clients na matagal ng at least 6 months to at least 2 years. And now meron akong one client na 4 years na kaming working together from the start. Sila pa rin yung client ko right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yung client mo ba, may handle ka bang international, local?
In terms of yung client naman, both I do international and local. Luckily, puro local yung mga clients ko. When I started kasi international talaga ako nag-start. So, it's a good money. Nag-shift ako to local business owners kasi parang feeling ko, may potential din talaga yung mga local business owners if mabibigyan talaga sila ng proper help din. Kasi right now, most business owners here in local, they don't know what advertising means in digital field, or if magkakaroon sila ng idea na kailangan talaga ng Facebook or TikTok ads, hindi nila alam paano siya gagawin. So right now, nagfo-focus ako majority in local clients.
Ito kasi yung iniisip namin pag sa local charge. Puripot, maliit lang yung pay. Kumusta sa experience mo?
Nag-start ako working with local clients with very minimal fee also, 5K. Yung pinaka-biggest na na-close ko for local client is around 6 figures per project. I realize lang, may other owners talaga na they can only give minimum fee. You can charge kasi based on the value na binibigay mo. So, it's not about just basically the rate and the skills If you're confident dun sa value and with your work, you can charge more. So, even na puro local yung clients ko right now, I call them premium client rates na. I-realize ko na it really depends sa'yo and sa value na binibigay mo.
Nag-go beyond ka ba sa marketing? Like, chine-check mo muna yung mga social media accounts nila, if meron, website nila, lahat ng mga back-end chine-check mo.
Yeah. Before onboarding clients, kasi I always have checklist for client assets kung anong meron sila or non-negotiables na. Ito yung mga dapat meron si client para for me to work smoothly. I always set their expectations na hindi tayo magsi 6 figures or a million sa ganitong klaseng field only ha. Facebook advertising is just one part of, very small part of a business. I don't force but I do recommend. And then, sinasabi ko na lang na if for example, bago talaga and then sa ads lang yung meron talaga for payment, workable naman siya. I always say na maybe kapag na-hit natin tong budget, it's time to invest to social media manager or website developer para at least mas fully ma-maximize yung potential of the business. That's what I do. Parang I do yung consultation para at least client will know na you care talaga for the business. Hindi ka lang nagki-care for the role na you were hired to do nga. For onboarding pa lang, I always set their expectations na ito lang talaga yung work. We need to treat our relationship as partners, not ako, employee mo. Kasi ganun yung nangyayari eh. I-hire mo ko as your marketer. So, feeling mo, if hindi mo sasabihin na we're partners utusan mo lang ako ng utusan na, sige, gawin mo to, gawin mo yan. Ganon. Well, early in my freelancing career, napunta na rin ako sa ganung point. But for me, ginawa ko na siya as learning experience na you need to set boundaries talaga first thing pa lang.
So, ano naman yung mga challenges mo as a media buyer or as marketer? From nung 2021 nung nag-start ka up to now?
Challenges ko, one, handling irate clients. May mga clients na very high expectation kapag hire na ng media buyer. Second one is yung mga clients na mahilig mag-lowball. Yun nga, especially for local. Hindi talaga sila mag-i-invest that much. And then third would be siguro dealing with mga older business owners na medyo traditional yung mindset nila when it comes to business. Even monthly, not just once every 2 weeks may nakikita ako changes in digital world. Medyo mahirap if ikaw lang yung mag-a-adapt Parang you need to also make them adapt to changes na ito yung mga need talaga. Na-realize ko na yung communication lang din talaga yung key para at least ma-resolve yung mga issues na yon. First thing first pa lang, dapat iset mo na yung expectation nila or yung boundaries ka na, with this amount, ito lang yung magiging result mo. And then, ganito lang yung magiging conversion rate. Para at least, they would know if mag-i-invest pa sila more or not. Second, if medyo naglo-lowball sila, maybe, yes, you can accept it. Sabihin mo lang sa client na, okay, I can accept this, pero if ma-reach natin yung ganitong kind of amount, I will charge you for more. And then third would be, if hindi sila maalam mag-adapt to changes, you just need to communicate na this is the smart way to invest right now in terms of online business. All of the challenges naman, ma-resolve naman siya with proper communication. And until today, yun yung pinapractice ko. Hindi siya mapaperfect always, pero you need to practice also lagi. Aside from the skills, like your character, your work ethic, kailangan ma-polish mo rin siya as a freelancer.
Paano ka nagsimula sa 6-digit na rate sa local client?
Funny story. Actually kasi that time, hesitant sila to invest that kind of amount sa akin. Kasi yun na yung pinaka-highest rate na close. But I didn't promise, pero I showed them na ito yung kaya nating ma-achieve. If you will invest ganitong kind of amount, which is the yung 6-figure rate nga, ganito yung ma-achieve natin. Aside from, just, getting paid, yung potential of your skill na ma-help yung business nila. Right now, I charge at least 30K to at least 50K plus for local clients. Whether it's a local or international client, you charge based on the value, not based on kung local or international siya.
Ano yung mas prefer mo? International or local client?
Right now, mas prefer ko working with local clients. Though okay na naman with international, I enjoyed working with them But again, meron mga limitations Parang, for example, if you want to help them doing content shoot, very impossible siya. Or mag-recommend ka na to shoot, pero ang ipapasa na niya sa'yo is hindi naman ganun ka-effective. But right now, when working with local clients, you can do everything kasi nasa local siya. Nag-meet kami. We also do shoot for their ads. Pinaka-best, it's very fun kasi nagbo-bonding kami. So, may clients ako na nag-gym kami together. Sinasama nila ako sa event. Ni-invite nila ako. Mas feeling as marketer. Like last night, parang I got invited for the ABS-CBN ball kasi nandun yung client kong isa. Yung bond yung mas nagiging strong siya. Compared working with international client na virtual lang kayo nag-meet, siguro yun yung difference. Yung bond yung is mas magiging stronger.
Ngayon, 4 years ka ng marketer. Kumusta yung life mo before hanggang ngayon na 2025 na?
Nursing student ako that time, and then na-confuse ako kung magma-marketing ba ako because of your course, coach. So, I had to let go one kasi hindi ko kaya pagsabayan yung nursing and then full-time marketer ako. Kailangan kong pumili. Napunta ako sa ganung point of life also. But chinek ko kung saan ako mas nag-enjoy. I enjoy doing Facebook advertising so much na yun na yung pinili ko. So, I stopped studying nursing and then nag-focus na lang ako with Facebook advertising. And then, yeah, I shifted to marketing degree. So, para at least nakafocus lang with advertising. Magbabago pala talaga yung dreams mo along the way. Kasi dati, yung first interview natin, lagi ko sinasabing, gusto ko kasi mag-med. And then, nasa freelancing lang ako, coach, kasi yung pera ang hinahabol ko. Right now, it's very fulfilling yung work. Mas na-enjoy ko siya. I get to meet celebrities, join events na exclusive, and then meet other business owners. Somehow, yung impact niya, niredirect niya ako to another path. I see myself as either an agency owner or full-time business owners because of your course. Nakaka-earn ako more than enough. So, financially wise, you get to live a better life.
So, any tips sa mga aspiring online freelancers ngayong 2025, Charles?
To all aspiring online freelancers, siguro be more determined pa in learning. Kasi yung digital world is pabago-bago. Di ako sobrang galing na advertiser, but I know how to do it. Ako, I still study. Kaya I always look for more online courses for me to study. May one time, in-sponsoran ako ng international client ko pala. I-study Facebook advertising, but for international. Don't stop learning or exploring new things, especially sa online. Lastly, sinunod ko talaga yung send 10 resumes per day. Don't give up lang. If na-reject kayo ng clients or hindi nag-proceed yung work, don't get too attached if yung campaigns niya is hindi nag-work for your client. Na-experience ko na rin na sobrang dinamdam ko na hindi nag-work yung campaigns because of course hindi naman lagi mag-i-stay yung client eh. If ever na ganun, there will be more opportunities pa talaga. Just search for it. Dadating at dadating din talaga siya.
So, if interested kayo na pasukin itong online freelancing, meron akong ilalagay na links dito sa description box. Ito ay free lang. Ang tawag dito ay Free Media Buyer Roadmap na kung saan bibigyan ko kayo ng mga step-by-step guide kung ano yung mga kailangan nyong malaman dito sa mundo ng online freelancing. And paano ka magiging isang Facebook media buyer.
Wow. Thank you, Coach. Again, na-mention ko na kanina, you redirected me to a new path na hindi ko plan talaga initially in my younger years. So, sobrang thankful ako na na-meet kita and then na-aral ko yung course. Hopefully, maka-inspire ka pa ng more freelancers. And then, don't give up if may students na medyo disappointed kasi minsan mahirap talaga for a freelancer to get new clients eh. Don't give up helping and teaching pa rin talaga.
Thank you, Charles. What if ikaw naman ang maka-experience ng ganitong klaseng buhay? Kumikita ka habang nasa bahay ka, kasama ang pamilya mo. Click the subscribe button para sa mga susunod na inspiring stories ng mga successful online freelancers.